Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Check the mic. I got one. Check 3. Go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. This will go for 5 up to the 33. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They run for the first time with Benny Snell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. To throw on third down. Herbert. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On second down now. Benjamin. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Yellow.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Check safety.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Yellow. Watch the car.
On first down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On first down, Benjamin. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
On third down, Benjamin. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. He is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, Hayward!
Operating from the gun. Herbert, that's complete to John Ross. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. And some room to work. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 54 yards on the ground. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Hey, echo.
From the gun, Herbert. Got it complete to West. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
90, Wolf. You don't want to know. Check 31, check 31. Shit. 80 weapon. Shit. Hey, 2. 5.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now they run with Mixon. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Benjamin. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the 1st half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they're going to get the 1st down here as he's up to the 14. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Set up. 15 line. 15 line.
Keep it up. Check, check, check.
Get it.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go. Go.
Showing it.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Yes.
Go get him.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slam. Tighten up.
Deep grip.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offense.
Nowhere to to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Ready? 8, read.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come on.
Pilot, 64, read. Hey, go.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
48-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
We got protein, spill.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Snell again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mixon with it. Shifts by him. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mahomes. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there. A 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Mahomes to throw once more. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
43, 15.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Benjamin's got it. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check it back.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Check 15.
Get.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Go there. 60 more.
Off play action. Herbert. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. 31 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Switch. Check three.
Shift. Watch the shift.
On second down, Williams. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey, watch it.
Bravo.
Back to throw. Herbert. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth-quarter advantage. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the Ravens' 19-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Check 24. Pick the edge. Come. Watch quick. Ready.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He finds an opening past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. One final try for Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bengals, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
STRO